me when you don't use the step. That I mean, you drive a Chevy at home. And what do you drive at home?
I drive a Tahoe.
A Tahoe. Okay, they
It
don't.
doesn't have it. Yeah.
Exactly, it's not a pickup truck.
Man, I should get one. My dad actually got a Colorado, so he.
Those are sweet, aren't they?
Yeah, he loves it. He loves it. He drives it around town, so. Yeah.
Dude, you've been doing this for a couple of years. I mean, what a year! 4 wins already for William Byron. I mean, dude, do you ever like just get up in the morning and look in the mirror and say, "Holy cow!" I mean, you got to pinch yourself once in a while, huh?
Yeah, man. It's been fun this year. We started off the year strong. You know, third race at Vegas, had a lot of speed, won both stages, and won the race. And then it's just kind of carried into the summer here. So. Summer's usually tough for us, but always love coming to Pocono. It's one of our better tracks, so I feel like this is a good chance for us this week to, rebound from last week and get some momentum going.
Well, I think that you rebounded pretty well. I mean, you got the pole. I mean, did you set out knowing that, hey, I'm going after the pole today?
I had a feeling after the first round we were really close to the top lap from Reddick. We were maybe half a tenth off, and I mean half a tenth. You can figure that out. So you can find a little bit out there, and I felt like we made some good adjustments going in the second round, and I felt like our car off the truck was just really strong. We had a lot of speed, good balance. So just really happy with kind of what we brought here.
You've got to do so many cool things on the track and off the track. But one of the cool things, I mean, you've had literally veterans' names on your car, but something you have coming up is honor a cancer hero. And a cancer hero is going to be riding along with you in Kansas. What does it mean for you having somebody's family member name on your car? Does it ever give you a little bit, not that you need motivation or a kick in the butt, but does that help you a little bit knowing that more people are watching you?
It's special. I mean, we do it a couple times a year with the 600 miles of remembrance, and I think the cancer connection. My mom had cancer, so I think that it definitely means a lot more. And Kansas is an important race. It's in the playoffs, so hopefully we can have a great run for them and do the crowd.
William, a question's been coming up for the last 2 weeks, and I'm just going to go ahead and ask you, as well as everybody else that I've had up here, and that is, next week starts Shark Week on Discovery Channel.
Oh, hell yeah. I love Shark Week.
Yeah, perfect, good. Then that leads into my question, and that is, have you ever, or would you ever, go diving with the sharks?
Oh.
If Discovery Channel said, William, we would love to have you on the show for the week, would you say, heck yeah?
Absolutely not. No desire. But I would love to see them from maybe an elevated.
He's like a TV.
Spot. Yeah, maybe be on a boat. I love being on the water. Actually, being on the water is really kind of where I get a lot of peace from kind of being by the ocean. So I would say, I'd love to see it from afar.
We had a couple fan questions, and it was this man right here. Oh, you didn't have one. Oh, right here. What's your name? And what's your question? Okay. What's your question, buddy?
Willie, I just want to say I'm a huge fan of you, and I'm so happy that you're your best season yet as a fan. It's amazing. And how did you feel about your car this weekend? If you've done anything different, and with the strategy coming in Pocono, how it's like a track like none other, do you have a different strategy than any other track on the circuit?
Before you answer that, let me just ask you, what is it like for you when young men like that look up to you and they say nice things like that? How does that make you feel?
Yeah, it means a lot just seeing our gear out there, and it's just it's cool to have that support. I was at the Kalahari Resorts last night with a sponsor dinner and seeing some fans. But yeah, I think so far it's been good. I mean, after practice we look at a lot of data. We look at throttle trace and kind of driver inputs. So it looked like I could maybe get in the corners a little bit deeper in some areas. And then we just worked on the balance of the car overnight to get off the corner a little bit better as well. So I think going into today, we're as prepared as we can be, but we're just going to have to adapt to the changing conditions and the strategy as well. So hopefully we just have a smooth day, and can have a really good run.
Congrats on the pole too.
Thank you.
Right down here. What's your well, first of all, what's your name?
My name is Cameron.
Cameron, what's your question?
Whose idea was the big hat?
Good question.
That's a good question. That was my idea. I saw it on Thursday Night Football with Josh Allen, and I said, man, that'd be pretty cool. So it just took off from there, and we've been doing it for race wins. So we got to keep it going. It's a good tradition.
Well, speaking of keeping it going, do you have one for today's win?
We do, but we don't bring it out of the collar. We're a little bit superstitious. So.
All right. What's your name?
Bradley.
Bradley. How old are you, man?
7.
Who's your favorite driver?
Willie B.
All right. What's your question, buddy?
Have you ever been in a wreck?
I've been in a few, and they've been publicized. So you can go look at my Kansas wreck in 2018. But yeah, I've been in some big ones, but always been okay, and been fortunate for that. I've had a few bang-ups here and there, but nothing major.
Right down here. What's your name?
Hello, my name is Trey, and I've always wanted to be a driver. And how did you become a driver?
Good question.
Yeah, good question. Yeah, I watched the sport as a fan when I was, 5-6 years old. So I watched every year, and then, with the invention of iRacing, when that came about, that was a good way for me to learn how to drive and learn the skill online. And then, I was just fortunate that when I got into a real car, it clicked when I was 13 and a half, 14 years old, and it just kind of took off.
Right down here. What's your name?
Josiah.
Josiah. What's your question?
First of all, I'm just a big fan of you, William. My brother goes to Liberty, and my mom went to Liberty.
That's awesome.
And my question was, what's your favorite scheme you've run, and what scheme would you like to run?
Yeah.
Good questions.
I've had some great schemes. I think as far as Liberty goes, I always loved the 600 schemes, the patriotism behind it, and just celebrating the troops. But I think I've had some really good Exalta ones. The one at the few at Darlington, the Rainbow scheme, and then the one this year was really cool.
Right down here. What's your name?
Brandon.
Brandon. And what's your question?
First, I would just like to say I followed you since the QNA series, and my question is, what was your favorite and your hardest win?
Good
Yeah.
question.
I've had a few tough wins. I think not all of them have come in NASCAR. Just some late model wins that have been tough, but I would say getting that first win in the Cup Series is always really tough. You have to commit really hard to make the aggressive moves, and I was just fortunate that in that win it all worked out.
William, they're telling me to wrap things up. You have something to do today, like a race. So please put your hands together right now for William Byron.